Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga Career Mode. This is episode number 38, and we start today's episode off with a game here against Wolfsburg in the Bundesliga, coming on the back of our win against FSV Mainz in the last game, in the last episode. As you can see the league table right now, there are how many games to go? 4 games to go. Yes, there are 4 games to go, alright, I know now. 4 games to go, not 3 games to go like I kept on saying in last episode. Sorry about that, but yes, there are 4 games to go in the Bundesliga season right now. We are 3 points behind Bayern Munich, and we're not out of this title race just yet. Okay, I'll hold my hands up in a bit. The likelihood of us going on to win the championship is quite slim. We know that Bayern have only lost once all season long, and of course that was to us at the Allianz Arena. We destroyed them by 3-0, and after that game I said, we've proved it. Bayern Munich are human. Other teams can beat them. Go on, other teams, beat them. And no other teams have beaten them since then. So yes, they've still only lost 1 game all season long to us, and it's been really frustrating knowing that every single game we seem to get the 3 points, we seem to do really well, but no team seems to get the better of Bayern, and therefore they continue to maintain their title challenge and title charge as they are still top of the table. So coming to this game here against Wolfsburg, we just have to keep on winning. It's as simple as that. With 4 games to go, we just have to keep on winning and hoping for the best, crossing our fingers and hoping that one team can get the better of them. But coming to this one here, we had the best start to this game, a really good beginning. We couldn't score. Angel Correa hit the post as well from a header, which he really should have scored from. But unfortunately for us, on a stroke of half time, Wolfsburg would take the lead and make it 1-0. They went down the right hand side, they crossed the ball into the centre with Bas Dost, and at the far post the header was won, and Cesar Valente maybe a little bit disappointed with that one. He didn't really get across quickly enough, didn't shuffle his feet quickly, and you can see the header snuck in at the near post. And I think on another day, Cesar Valente, who's now 85 or possibly 86 overall, should be doing a little bit better there. But regardless, Wolfsburg taking the lead, 1-0 to the home side. Not a good way to end the first half until we kicked off, went down the right hand side ourselves, crossed the ball into the centre, and Angel Correa won the header, and this time didn't hit the post but found the back of the net. A brilliant cross by our new record signing Fabinho, whipping it in from the right hand side. Our number 4 picked out our number 10, and Angel Correa, who was previously our record signing, heads the ball past the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. And I love those crosses as well, where the goalkeeper doesn't know where to come or go for them. This time he went, come or go, that's the same thing. Doesn't know where to come or stay on the line. This time he came for it but didn't get to it. He got caught in no man's land. It was headed into the back of the net by Angel Correa. But at half-time, as you can see, look at this. Borussia Dortmund were beating Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena. So finally, with how many games to go? 4 games to go. With 4 games to go, finally, someone is beating Bayern Munich. And I was thinking, for goodness sake, this is just typical. Finally, someone's getting the 3 points against Bayern, and we're not winning ourselves. So in the second half, we had to go for it, try and find ourselves a winning goal. And in the 63rd minute, went very close here as Luan came forward to shoot, put the shot over the bar on behind for a goal kick, and you can see in the top right as well, Juan Bernat had equalised for Bayern to make it 2-2. Regardless, so we could still cut the gap at the top of the table to just 1 point if we got ourselves the 3 points in this one. Now, as you can see, we kept on having chance after chance after chance, kept on putting the pressure on here, doing everything we could to try and find a winning goal from somewhere. This corner's crossed into the centre. Correa won a header, went just over the bar and behind for a goal kick though. And with 21 minutes to go, I was thinking to myself, it's probably not going to happen in this game. We're going to slip up once again. We're not going to get ourselves the 3 points we so sorely need. But as Kleb wins the ball back for us here down left-hand side, he rolls it through. Luan intercepts Dante, plays it through, picks out Angel Correa, running through one-on-one. And yes, he does it. Angel Correa, with 16 minutes to go, makes it Wolfsburg 1, Hamburg 2. And that was a real heart-and-mouth moment there, because we were getting chances late on in the game, but none better than this one. Luan came off the bench and really did change the game for us in the second half. Up the intensity, made us look a far better side. Played it through towards Angel Correa, and Correa went through one-on-one, got his 21st goal of the season after previously scoring his 20th goal of the season in this game, and scored us the winner as we collect all 3 points. So Wolfsburg 1, Hamburg 2, a double for Correa, another brace for him this season. And had we not won this game, I would have been absolutely livid. We played really, really well, had so many chances, 11 shots, 6 on target. We get the 3 points. Borussia Dortmund, thank you very much. They hold on to the point away at the Allianz Arena, which means now with 3 games to go, there's just 1 point separating the sides, and we have done so well this season to keep pace with Bayern every step of the way, even knowing that each game we play, we know Bayern will probably get the 3 points. We still had to do our job, we still had to be motivated, and we still had to go out there, perform to our maximum, and try and get the 3 points every single game. And for the most part, we've done that. And even knowing that Bayern will probably win their game and our efforts are going to count for nothing, we still had to go out there, put our brave faces on, and just do our best, do our job, and do what we can. And to have kept pace with them every single step of the way, to cut the gap to just 1 point with just 3 games to go, that in my opinion is a really, really good achievement. And okay, sure, we're still probably not going to win the title. I'd still fancy Bayern to do it in the final 3 games, being a point ahead of us and having the easier run in. You'd still fancy them to win it, but regardless, we've done so well this season. I'm really, really proud of our efforts, even though we still probably will end up coming up short. But regardless though, we keep the same mentality going into our second of the 3 games today, away against FC Koln. This side right now battling for a Champions League place, so taking them on here, we knew it was going to be a really, really tough game away from home. First couple of chances fell to us, and then how about this in the 25th minute? We won ourselves a corner, Holtby swung it into the centre, the header was cleared off the line, and then straight away, well, I went absolutely nuts when this happened, because Yannick Gerhardt was taken down from behind, an awful challenge, and the FC Koln man didn't even get a touch of the ball. He impedes Gerhardt as he's on the turn. Surely this is a penalty. Surely this should have been a penalty. A question for you guys as well. What do you think? Was this a penalty? Would you have given this as a spot kick? This had to be a penalty, man. Seriously, the FC Koln man slides in from behind on Yannick Gerhardt on the turn, doesn't win the ball, takes him down, impedes him, trips him up. That's got to be a spot kick, surely, accidental or not. That to me is a definite penalty. And when this happened, I literally went ballistic. If I was doing a live commentary, I mean, well, I might have had to bleep out some of the words I was using, but this was ridiculous. I couldn't believe it. How is this not a penalty? And with just 3 games to go in the Bundesliga season, I mean, for goodness sake, those are the moments right there where you need a bit of luck. You need the referee to call it right. He didn't. And as you can see, Bayern were winning at half-time by 2-0 away against an already relegated Freiburg side, and I was just so frustrated because I was thinking to myself, we played well in that first half, we'd looked strong, we'd looked good, and I felt for sure that should have been a penalty. The referee didn't give it, wave play on, and it was still goalless. In the second half, we were still deadlocked at 0-0. I was trying desperately to get goals. Angel Correa had a great chance there, but couldn't keep his shot down. Then our former player, Bahui, was denied by a great save by Valente, and our final chance fell in stoppage time. We won ourselves a corner, 4 added minutes in here. Valente came forward to take it, gave it to Correa, Burst down inside, got himself through, drilled in across, Horn spilled it, but unfortunately it was cleared away by Mavraj, and the referee blew for full time. So final score away against FC Koln, or Cologne, how you say it, 0-0, and I'm just gutted because everything I said pre-game unfortunately did not happen in this one. We didn't get the 3 points, we didn't get the win, and unfortunately we just cut the gap to 1 point. We just put more pressure on Bayern. They win their game, we draw ours, the gap at the top of the table is now back to 3 points. So we cut it to 1 point, I was thinking 3 games to go, you never know, there's still a chance, and now it's back to 3 again. So it's really frustrating, and again, I really feel as though it should have been a penalty. Regardless, let me know in the comment section down below. Maybe I'm wrong here, maybe I'm being biased, but for me, that seemed like a certain penalty, and Valente 100% from the spot. You'd put your house on him to score it. He wasn't given a chance to even take one. I was just so frustrated about that, and again, I just finished that game and it just felt like such an injustice, and I was thinking, this is just typical of my luck. We just cut the gap to 1 point and now it's back to 3. I felt we should have had a spot kick, but you know, I should have played better myself regardless, and scored with the chances we had. But either way, I was really frustrated about that game. I really felt it should have been a penalty. And back to 3 points now, 2 games to go in the Bundesliga. It looks as though the title is almost certainly going to go to Bayern. Again, they haven't lost all season long apart from us in 1 game. It looks as though they're going to do it now, and it's such a shame because how we won that game, yes, the gap will still be 1 point, but you never know. You never know, but unfortunately, I do slip up. I have to blame myself. Yes, the referee has to take some blame, surely, but I still will blame myself for that disappointing draw as it finished as a goalless one. So final score 0-0, following that a training injury as well. I mean, just typical my luck. Everything's going wrong right now. Training injury. Angel Correa is out for 5 days with a bruised elbow. Our top scorer with 21. Almost certainly going to win the Golden Boot. He'll most likely miss the next game against Hannover 96. Very, very frustrating indeed. And as you can see here, Confederations League table, 2 games to go. Bayern 3 points ahead of us. We do have the superior goal difference record. That is one positive, but I think it still will be theirs, as you can see the league table here. So we're guaranteed to finish in second. We've been guaranteed to finish in second for a long time now, but either way, I think Bayern will end up finishing first and make sure we'll finish and runners up. So you can see the fixtures for the final 2 games. We're taking on Hannover in the penultimate one. Bayern are away from home against a relegated Freiburg side. In fact, I think I said they were away against Freiburg in the last game. They're actually away against Augsburg, but they got a Freiburg side away from home, so you'd expect them to win that game. They're already relegated. We're also taking on a relegated side ourselves. We're at home to Hannover in this one, and our final game, we are away against Freiburg, who are again relegated. That's who Bayern have got in their game today, and then Bayern will be at home to Hertha Berlin, who will already be safe. So Bayern, you'd expect them to go ahead and get the 3 points in both of those games. Of course, that will be enough for them, but you just never know. You just never know. We've got to keep the faith and keep trying our best. Also, there's Confederations Cup come the end of the season as well. You may have seen the email right there. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to play that or not. You can let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about that. I don't mind playing it. It'll be our first national tournament with Brazil. I usually play all of the national tournaments and just simulate the friendlies and the qualifiers, but I'm not entirely sure whether you guys would like me to just skip straight through to Season 3 with Hamburg or not. Usually when I do national tournaments, what I do is save the footage for pre-season when it goes on alongside the national tournament until after the national tournament is over, so you don't miss anything if you don't want to watch the episodes with the country. But I'm not entirely sure whether I'll play it or not. Let me know in the comment section down below. I don't mind playing it. It's totally up to you. Otherwise, I'll just go ahead and simulate it. Regardless, for the penultimate game of the season here in the final one, the episode will take on Hannover 96. And what a frustrating game this was. At halftime, it was still 0-0, and we carved out basically no chances whatsoever. The away side, who are already relegated, came here as if they were, hoping for the best that Bayern would win the title because they've got some good money on them winning it or something, because they just kept on passing the ball around. Their pass accuracy was so high, 95% of the break, and I was getting so frustrated that 8 minutes after the halftime break here, I just kept on thinking the only way I'm going to get the ball off them is if I surprise them and keep on bringing out Cesar Valente, because every time I tried to intercept their passes or tackle them naturally, they kept on beating me to the ball. So Valente had to keep charging out of his goal every single time because I was holding down the triangle button because I was getting so angry trying to get the ball off them, and as you can see, it was doing a really good job as well. It was still 0-0, but as the game was coming to its close, it was still goalless, and I was thinking to myself, with Bayern winning by 2-0, they're not going to lose that game. If we slip up here and we don't get the 3 points, fair enough. We've done very well, but we won't be taking it to the final day. But fortunately, with 16 minutes to go, we would rescue all 3 points. Julian Brandt scoring a late winner, and we haven't had much luck in the recent games, haven't had much luck all season long really, but I can admit when I've got very fortunate. For this goal, I got very, very lucky. Julian Brandt cut in from the right hand side, went for goal, the shot took a huge deflection, wrong-footed Hamid and snuck in at the near post. So Hamburg 1, Hannover 0. We'll take the title race to the final day then. We held on for the 3 points here by this goal-to-nil scoreline, and we've done really, really well all season long, but with a game to go, we know the title is effectively Bayern's. They've got Hertha Berlin at home. They're almost certainly going to get a point. That'll be enough for them. And so for us to win the title on the final day, we have to beat Freiburg away from home, which, I fancy our chances of doing, touch wood, but Bayern have got to lose at home to one of my former career mode sides, Hertha Berlin. That's highly unlikely, so I can't see them losing that game, but you never know. There's still a chance. I mean, there's about as much chance as me finding someone to spare my life with, but, there's still a chance regardless, so you got to try and stay optimistic. You never know what could happen on the final day. But that is going to today's episode of the Bundesliga career mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode, then please do consider leaving a like. That is, of course, much appreciated, and it really helps the channel grow as well. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode of the Bundesliga career mode tomorrow afternoon, where we'll have the final day of the Bundesliga season, where there's still a chance we could be crowned champions, as unlikely as it sounds, tomorrow afternoon.